My name is Brian Skoog. I am a tenor, and I am from Birmingham, Alabama. I came to Cleveland for the Cleveland Institute of Music, and that's stayed kind of home base since then. For college, I went to the University of Alabama, and then, as I mentioned, I came and got my master's here in Cleveland. So I didn't come to opera proper until much later. So my first experience with opera might have been actually being in one. In the Magic Flute, I think. I think that was actually my first full-on, orchestra, stage, everything opera was at the University of Alabama, playing Monostatos in the Magic Flute, kind of trial by fire. In the same opera, Tamino, I've been lucky enough to get to do in a few different settings, and so, the more time you get to come back to things, you find the nuances instead of just, fighting for your life that first time through. So I think right now I would say Tamino in the Magic Flute. I'm open-minded. Russian opera interests me, and so if I had to come up with something that is a little bit out of the mainstream that I would like to do eventually is in Eugene Onegin, Linsky. Oh, I had all kinds of stuff when I was young. I think at one point I wanted to be a magician. And so, there's a lot that we share in common with a magician, more than I knew at the time. So that was probably my earliest, fantasy job, was being a magician. I was into all the old guys, as well as Siegfried and Roy and David Copperfield. And that was my grandfather. One of my grandfathers had a passion for magic. And, so that always kind of ignited my imagination, too. How varied it is. I think people get one idea of an opera and, because of, they'll see one opera, whether it's, if they're lucky enough to see a real opera or, an exaggerated version of it, which is always grand opera, usually tragic, usually in a very big stage. And I think there's so many different facets of opera, whether it's the comedic aspect or just so many different styles of music and languages. I think it's just people don't quite see everything that opera can offer